Welcome to the Mad Lab MMA. I'm Anthony Bashilio with Mike the Mad Lab Iorado, coming off of
a big week.
Off a big week. UFC 299, clean sweep of the main card.
Beautiful.
Let's touch on that real quick.
What was your most surprising fight of that card? Like the way it ended, the way it unfolded.
I didn't think that Marlon Vera was going to get beat up like that, bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
But we talked about it.
I know.
We said, like, we said controversial, but we talked about, like, this is what he does, dude.
But, dude, his head looked like a fucking pumpkin by the end.
Well, he got this skull cracked.
How does this guy never go down? That knee would have knocked out anybody in the whole UFC.
You know what? When were you home by that time?
Yeah, I watched it with you. I watched the last three fights with you.
I remember you saying that. Like, did you hear that?
Yeah, dude. I mean, how did this guy not go down? He took some major punishment. And, you know, like, I love Cheeto, but, like, now he's going to become that gatekeeper guy in the division.
You know, somebody
He's not going to get a title shot again.
No, but somebody said something really, really smart. They're like, bro, Marlon Vera, well, no, it was actually Aljamain Sterling. He goes, bro, Marlon Vera, he's like, I'm not saying he's not a good fighter, but they kind of bolstered him up into the rankings to give him this fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They kind of, like, pushed him into this fight. Like, he's a good fighter. Can you imagine Marlon Vera with, like, his durability, but just add, like, 2 times of offense into him?
I know, man. He's the most durable guy, you know? But listen, man, as much as I hate O'Malley, bro, the kid he looks better and better.
Yeah, he does. I'm going to tell you right now, after watching that fight, he's going to give Merab problems.
Yeah.
He's going to give Merab problems. I think I'm honestly, I mean, you know, Merab is Merab, but at the end of the day, like, early on, he's going to give him problems.
I don't even know why he called out Topuria. He should have been like, Merab, let's go. You're up next. I'm going to blow through you, too. Like, why even bother with it?
Well, that's one fight.
You just got the belt. You just got the belt. I mean,
that's one fight. I'll tell you right now, I think Merab is an easier fight for him. I think Topuria would fucking destroy him, dude.
I don't know, man.
But he's got to go up for that. He's got to change weight classes.
Yeah, of course. He just keeps surprising me, O'Malley, man. I can't stand him, but you know what, dude? He looked the sharpest I've ever seen him.
Sharp, super sharp striker.
Night. Ended up being a good matchup for him.
The way he drifts away with that pumps that double jab out. I mean, he's
I know. Solid. I hate to say it, man. And then Dustin Poirier, dude. I fucking
but that's not a surprise to me.
It's not a surprise
at all. That was the first wager that I put in. I put that wager in Saturday night after the fight. Like an hour after the fight, I went onto our site and I put that wager in, and I even said, this is, and I never do that. I usually do them Wednesday and Thursday. I was like, this is, as soon as I saw this is absolutely insane that people actually think.
Dude, how do you not love him, dude?
He's great.
I mean, he is one of my favorite fighters, dude. You see what he said to Dana? And right after when he yelled down to the cage, so he was on Helwani, and he goes, I saw you yelling into the crowd, and there was a lot of celebrities there. Who were you talking to? He's like, oh, no, I was talking to Dana. He's like, what'd you say? I said, you see, Dana, what happens when you bring these young motherfuckers up?
Oh, that's what he said? Really? Yeah,
that's what he said to him.
But it's like, I don't even understand where anybody can take their money and forget about putting it on BSD. I mean, for a guy who's highly unproven, we talked about, he's never seen after the third round, but against Dustin Poirier, dude.
Yeah, I know. I would never bet against Poirier.
Like, win or lose, it was just anyone who bet BSD, it's just a horrible bet.
What Poirier did say many times, press conference, Helwani, another interview I saw him on, was that he's like, what about that? He's like, dude, this guy's strong. He's like, not strong in striking. He's like, but dude, once he had his hands around me, I haven't felt a guy that strong in a long time. He is strong.
He's on an excuse world tour right now.
Who is?
BSD.
Is he? Well, but the antibiotics and that bullshit.
Yeah, he's on that. And then
but Michael Venom Page,
but that doesn't shock us. You know, Song Yadong Peter Yan doesn't shock me. I'd say the two even shockers.
That was good for Yan to get. He needed that win bad. And you know what? After that first round, that wasn't going his way. Yeah. He came. That's why in 5-round fights he's tough to beat.
Yeah,
he comes on.
He's got to live in 5-round fights.
He's another one of Marlon Vera where he loses that first round, but he quickly adapts in the second. Not takes 3-4 rounds to get going.
The fight that didn't surprise me, that surprised a lot of people, honestly, the Curtis Blades fight didn't surprise me.
Yeah, you called that. When you first said that, I was like, I don't know about that, man, with the Blades thing. And dude, you were right on.
But the way it unraveled, it didn't surprise me. I'm like, all right, he got 9 takedowns, 10 takedowns, whatever.
He kept getting up though.
But let's see him do that for 3 rounds.
Yeah, and you know what? Blades kept getting right back up, man. And then who was the other fight on the main card?
The one that shocked me was, I thought we were losing this one, was JDM.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, dude, I can't believe he's going to lose this fight. And then he gets up and he...
You know what, dude? The corner...
What a shot, dude.
And in the corner before round 3, and they told him that you got, like, you got to knock him out.
You got to knock, yeah.
And he knocked him out, dude. And plus, I mean, once Burns got him to the ground in the 3rd round, I thought for sure it was over.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe he got out of it and knocked him right in afterwards.
Yeah.
Dude, what a great...
That I'll say, we got that right, and that was big on our wagers. But we got lucky on that one.
That one,
like,
got
people
lucky.
was like, "Oh, he got up and he timed it perfectly." I mean, yeah, okay, but
whatever.
At the end of the day, we probably could have lost that one, but we swept the main card. We went up like 4.6 units.
Great night.
Great night.
Great night of fights. Great card.
And we went 12-2 on the entire card.
Yeah, great night, man. Best night we had this year. So gonna roll it into this week. We got UFC 300 coming around the corner, April like 13th, I think, which is maybe the best card I ever seen.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are really dogging the UFC about having Bo Nickel on the main card.
He should be. He shouldn't be.
Dude, they asked Bo Nickel, they're like, bro, you think you should be on the prelims? He said, probably. He said that.
Yeah.
And then you got guys saying, how do you put 7 former champs before Bo Nickel on the main card against Cody Brundage?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, look at, here, hold on. You have Alex Pieta and Jamal Hill.
You got Aljamain Sterling and Calvin Kattar on prelims.
And, bro, they got Alexander Rakic and
Prochazka
before Cody Brundage and Bo Nickel.
It makes no sense.
Harley Holm and Kayla Harrison, bro. Like, how is that not over that?
I think even Moicano and Jalen Turner. I mean,
Sadiq Yusuff and Los, Jalen Turner, Jessica Andrade, Marina Rodriguez, Bobby Green and Jim Miller. Figueiredo and Cody Garbrandt. I don't even know how this fight's on the card.
They should be the first fight on the card.
I hope Cody Brundage destroys him, dude.
You know that's not going to happen.
I know, but I wish he does. Yo, real quick, before we get into this, I was telling Mackenzie, bro, have you watched Shogun yet?
No.
Bro.
Wait, Shogun is about...
This might be one of the greatest shows I've ever seen.
Wait, is that from Bruce Leroy?
No. Shogun, it takes place... Bro, I didn't know if I was going to like it. So last night, I was like cleaning up my kitchen and everything, and I went on the computer, and I was like, I really got to get into another, like a good show. But I'm getting...
After Ted. Ted was the best show I've seen in a long time.
Well, I'm getting sick of watching like the horror shit that I always watch. I'm always watching horror. I was like, I want to get into like a show where it's going to get deep. So, dude, this thing got like 9.8.
What is it about?
So, bro, it takes place in the 1600s, and it's all like, you remember the Goonies?
Yeah.
With the ship?
Yeah.
Like it was all, it's like all like picture CGI, like all those ships coming in with the samurai warriors and everything, but it takes place in the 1600s, dude.
Yeah.
And it's not like a violent show. It's like a drama series, dude. Bro.
It doesn't sound like I would like it.
Bro. Watch one episode of it, dude. It got 9 points.
Because I'm looking for a new show. Because after Ted was the funniest show I seen.
No, this ain't funny.
In a long time.
This ain't funny.
Ted was tremendous.
This is like a show, like it's almost like you're watching the History Channel with like, bro, just watch one episode.
All right, I watch one.
You ain't gonna watch
My
shit.
wife will fucking hate every second of it, I promise.
Why? Because it's not in Japanese.
Who the fuck said Japanese?
Well, because she's not gonna.
Where the fuck did that come from?
She's not gonna read subtitles.
Well, you never mentioned Japan once.
Well, why would she hate it?
Why would you even say Japanese?
Because it's in the 1600s.
What, 'cause samurais?
Well, yeah.
Is it Japanese people that are on the boat that are samurais?
No, it's French people. Yeah. I'm talking about Shogun, and he's telling me is it fucking Japanese?
When you said Shogun, I'm thinking of Bruce Leroy. Shogun.
No. That would be great. No.
Shogun. That's what I was thinking of. All right, let's
go. Get your hands off my woman.
Dude, that movie's tremendous. I love that.
I decided that when I get my dog, I think I know what I'm going to call him.
Shogun?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's a great name.
Isn't it a great name?
That's a great name.
Or Steven Seagal. One of those two names, dude. I'm really going to call him that.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's his full name.
Full name.
Like whenever you call him, Jean-Claude Van Damme, come.
No, just call him Jean. Come here, Jean.
All right, let's roll into Fight Night here. Not the greatest card, but hey, we're rolling into it on a winning streak. All right, first fight on the main card.
We're up units on the year, too, so we got some money to play with.
Let's go. We got a kianzad girls fight, a Macy chiasson. Kianzad, the dog in this fight. Volume striker, not a lot of power. Most of her fights go to the cards. Macy, she's the favorite, minus 240. She's good in the clinch. She fights dirty. She does have the grappling edge against kianzad. She's long. She's rangy. I like Macy. I think she's the rightful dog. And I'm picking Macy and Chiasson by decision.
By decision. Oh, bro, another thing in Shogun, dude. Listen, when they're walking, like when the armies are walking to like the music, dude.
I'm gonna watch it. What channel is it on?
I get it on my Monster, but it's on Hulu.
Hulu. Yeah, we fucking pay for that now. Okay, good.
All right, so yeah, so with this fight, you know, when you look at Kianzad, it's just the volume is there for her. She's not a bad fighter, but the majority of her fights do go to decision.
She got no power.
You know, she doesn't have that power. She doesn't have that violence in her. And you got to look at, whether the judges are right or wrong, you got to look at what the scoring criteria is. And the scoring criteria is damage, right? And Macy Chiasson is a violent fighter. Like, she fights violent. She fights good in the clinch. She's got nasty elbows. She'll take it down and she'll cut you up. Like, that's why I look at it. When you look at Kianzad, like, she's not a terrible fighter. You know, I mean, she lost to Caitlin Vieira. She beat Lena Landsberg. She lost to Rocky Pennington. She beat Davis. She beat Eubank. So she's got some decent wins on her record. But overall, she's just more of like, and she's not even that voluminous. It's just like she almost just like, she's almost like style-wise, not as nearly as good, but she's got that like Tisha Torres. Like, you know, she's not going to knock anybody out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got Macy Chiasson, who, yeah, she's on a loss, but she lost to Aldana. She beat Norma Dumont, big win. Lost to Pennington, beat Marion Renault. You know, so she's a girl who I was high on coming in. I kind of lost steam for her a little bit. You know, now that she's on a rotating door, I just think she's going to be too violent. I think like the bigger moments in the rounds are going to be Macy Chiasson. You're going to get more of the oohs and the ahs, and I think the judges are going to give it to her. So I'll say like a 29-28 decision for Macy.
All right, there you have it. Next fight on the card, we got OSP, 40 years old, man, coming in at a huge dog, biggest dog on the card, plus 440, you know, against Kennedy Nzechukwu. I mean, you know, the line says it all. I mean, OSP, not that I thought he was ever an amazing fighter, but I mean, he's 40 years old. This could be the end here. This could be where he leaves the gloves in the ring, retirement fight, possibly. You know, Kennedy's good, man. He's long range, got a good power. You know, he does have good late finishing ability, and I see that happening in this fight too. I like Kennedy. I like him inside the distance. Maybe like end of round 2 and wrap it up for OSP for good. OSP,
you're right. You know he was like a D1 football player for like Alabama or Tennessee or something.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you know the thing with him is what give him his name. Like, he was a rangy guy, good striking, and then he had that choke. And I want to tell you guys right now, you guys got to stop taking credit away from the original founder of that choke.
What, the Von Flue choke?
It's called the Von Flue choke.
Yeah, the Von Flue choke.
People call it the St. Preux choke, whatever it is. It's not. He didn't invent that choke. I mean, he's got more than.
There's only been a couple guys that have done it. Mennefield did it. Against the Buffalo. That guy.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that kid?
Yeah, that kid. Yeah. He did it against him. But not a lot of guys have done it.
No, but
that's a tough choke to.
Jason Von Flue invented that. You know what I mean? And then people kind of graduated to that, but. He was never like a great fighter. He was always like a cusp top 10 guy when he was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, dude, he's 40 years old. I mean, he's 40 years old. The problem with this fight, if Kennedy loses this fight, it's because he lost this fight. Because this dude reminds me of like the biggest kid on the schoolyard, but he doesn't have that ability to like, you could pick on him. Like that big kid that you went to grammar school with, that you could push him in the schoolyard. And then finally he snaps. Like, you got to get this guy to snap to fight, or else he doesn't. I mean,
the reach has to be significant here. I didn't even look at it.
No, it's only 3 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, it's only 3 inches. So it's like if Kennedy comes out and fights.
They're both southpaw.
He's going to finish this fight early. But I think he's going to finish this fight regardless, but OSP might have to push his buttons a couple times before he starts fighting, because he makes fights way too close. I'm going to say Kennedy Nzechukwu by first or second round knockout.
There we go. We're on the right side of it here. Yeah, by knockout. Yeah. All right, Brian Battle, Angel Loosa.
This is a good fight, dude.
This is a good fight. Let's see. Battle, AJ Fletcher, Green. They're both on 2. They both beat Fletcher. McKee, Loosa just beat. Both on 2 fight winning streaks. Battle. He does weather the storm until he sees something. He's sneaky submission game. Good volume, efficient striking. Loosa, good athlete, durable, a little bit underrated. I know you like him possibly in this fight. I'm going to go the other way, though.
Go Brian Battle?
I'm going to go Brian Battle. I'm not sold on him yet, but I'm going to go Brian Battle here, and I think he's going to find a way to win this fight. I'm going to go Battle by decision.
You know, we always talk about fighters that lose until they win, right? And, like, I think we're going to go Ortega as that guy. You know, there's guys out there that they'll lose, like, who else? The Damage, Darren Elkins. Like, these guys lose until they win. He's on that trajectory, Battle. That fighter that loses till he wins. But eventually, like, he's not going to find that escape route. He's not going to find that window. He's not going to find that back door. And, you know, has he done it so far and has he looked good? Yeah. But look at some of the guys he's beaten. He's beaten, like, Fletcher. Guy completely gasses out.
He gasses out so bad.
You know, Gabe Green, who's tough as nails. The dude is durable, but, all right, he lost to Fakhretdinov. He beat Sato. He beat Trijan Gore.
Gabe Green was a good win.
Gabe Green was a good win. But these guys, ultimately, were all able to take him down. You know what I mean? But a guy like Fletcher, first round, all balls to the wall, and then gasses out. And Battle looks like that kid that was, like, really fat when he was younger and lost a ton of weight. You know what I mean? Like, he really does look like that. Like, he's got that somatotype. Andre Loosa is just a good, explosive athlete. He's got good hands. He'll lean on his takedowns. He's got good cardio. He's very durable, dude. So I don't see him taking the foot. So what happens if he comes out and he puts it on Battle in round number 1, and then round number 2 comes out? Now he's not going away. And maybe, you know, he takes it, and then maybe Battle wins round number 3. Like, what happens in that situation? Like, what if he can't find the back door? You know what I mean? So it's almost like it's going to happen. There's going to be a spot where Brian Battle just can't find the window and can't find the back door. And I think Luce is a guy who could do that, dude. So if you're giving me that at dog money, at plus 160 or whatever it is, that's a really distorted line. Like, that fight should be a lot closer than it is.
Look
a lot closer.
He likes the dog.
I'm going with Luce. I'm going to go with Luce by either 29-28 or split decision.
There you go. All right. Next fight on the card, Christian Rodriguez, Isaac Dulgarian.
Another good fight.
Don't know too much about Dulgarian besides me and Lab talked about. I know Rodriguez. He stopped the Raul Rosas hype train. And, you know, he looked like a veteran in there when he did, too. You know, I think this kid's tough. And
it's Saman, too.
Yeah, it's Saman, too. Yeah. You know, I think this guy's a little bit underrated. I know Dulgarian's undefeated. He's a highly touted guy, but he's never been out of round 1. And that's exactly what Christian Rodriguez did to Raul Rosas, right?
100%.
Rosas was coming at him, takedown. He weathered the storm, he started gas, and then he just started putting on him, and then next thing you know, it was an easy decision. And for those reasons, I see the fight playing out the same exact way. Rodriguez weathering the storm. This guy goes into uncharted territories for him, round 2, round 3, and the same thing happens. And C-Rod comes out with a victory by decision, just the way it happened with Rosas.
So you're picking Rodriguez?
I'm picking Rodriguez.
By what?
By dog, by decision.
I want to pick him so bad.
It's tough.
I want to pick him so bad, but there's a part of me that just...
I can't tell you how many times that we've done this and we've talked, and every time there's a guy who's never been out of round 1, how many times it plays out and it shows that he hasn't been out of round 1, and then they end up losing the fight, and the tank's not there. They're just not used to it.
I want to pick him so bad, but then I look at it like, you know, they're putting Dulgarian on this main card. They're not putting Rodriguez on this main card. They're highly touting this kid. The kid is a 2-time like D2 champion wrestler. Like, he knows what he's doing. He hasn't shown the ability to, like, even at the end of the round, that he's had gas issues. But I don't know. I want to pick Christian Rodriguez so bad because I know that he's not the athletic guy here. I know Dulgarian's going to be able to get the takedowns. He's going to be more explosive. He's going to be sharper. But what if Rodriguez stuffs some takedowns? What if he keeps it on the feet? What if he goes in the second, third? Like, we've seen him the hammer in 6 fights. We've never seen him being the nail. Christian Rodriguez, we've seen him being the hammer and the nail. So, like, I do want to pick him in this spot. I'm going to be rooting for him in this spot. But I don't know, dude. I believe in the UFC machine a little bit too much. And I don't think...
Sure, there's a reason why.
I don't think they're going to let Christian Rodriguez spoil 3 parties in a row. You know what I mean? Like, spoil Saman, spoil Rosa, now spoil this kid. Like, at that point in time, you got to the UFC really has to bring him to the table and say, dude, this
guy's just not a spoiler.
This kid's not a spoiler.
He's actually good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, I just don't see.
It's almost like he's like
think about like out here, you get somebody that you know is not going to make a good call. You're going to go back to the well 3 times in a row.
But from what I've seen of Rodriguez, that he's just good all around.
He's not great.
He's not great.
He's good, but he's a little slower, not that athletic, but he's a dog.
He's got a high cage IQ.
He's got a very high cage IQ.
That's what I think wins this fight.
Yeah. All right, so you got that. I'm going to go to the other. I'll take Dulgarian, but I would not put $1 on this fight. I wouldn't tie Dulgarian into parlays. I wouldn't. If I had a gun to my head and I had to put a wager on it, I'd probably take the flyer on Rodriguez. I wouldn't put my money on Dulgarian until he proves to me he could do something outside of the first round.
There you go. All right, main event. Tai Tuivasa, fan favorite Tai Tuivasa, Marcin Tybura. You know, me and Lab were talking about this fight earlier in the week. You know, Tybura's path to victory here, he should not stand and trade and bang with Tai Tuivasa, right? We saw what Tai Tuivasa almost knocked out Gane because Gane wasn't taking him down. You know, Tybura has to take him down, but is he going to fight dumb? Is he going to actually use the path that he should be using to win this fight? Another thing came up that you stated, which I didn't know about, was about this knee injury he had only 4 weeks ago, and then you showed me a video of him limping out of practice. That scared me a little bit. But even with all that, bro, I still think Tybura's not going to fight smart. I think Tuivasa's going to fucking catch him. I think he'll fucking catch him in round one and knock him out in round one.
Well, he's going to have to.
I think he's going to have to, and I think he will. And, you know,
he's got to do it within 2 rounds.
Tuivasa beats this level of guys. He can't, you know, he's never going to be championship level, but these are usually the guys that he gets out of the way. And I like him by knockout, early knockout too. Tai Tuivasa, and he drinks the shoey.
Wait, you like Tybura by knockout?
Tuivasa.
Yeah, he's got to get it done early. Look, the guys, the knee injury, you guys got to stop going on Twitter so much and reading all these outlets. The fact of the matter is the knee injury that he had is not an ACL. It's not a PCL. Your ACL and your PCL are the 2 major injuries. They're your stability ligaments.
What did he have? What was it?
It was a meniscus.
Not a tear.
It was a tear. He had to get surgery on it.
4 weeks ago?
No. It happened in December.
Okay, that's a big fucking difference.
It happened in December.
Oh, okay.
So
Gee, I was about to
the
change
meniscus
my fucking pick.
Yeah, I mean, I dealt with a torn meniscus with no surgery for months. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's not like when you tear your ACL, you feel like you're in a fun house. Like picture being in a carnival. You have no stability. Same thing. Your PCL is your posterior ligaments, which protects the outside of your leg. The meniscus is in the middle. So you still have protection around your knee. It's not, listen, it's not a good injury. You don't want it, but it's nothing like the PCL and ACL. Now, if you have PCL, ACL, MCL, then I wouldn't even think he'd be fighting right now. But
I love this line, by the way.
Yeah, it's not his style. You know, it's not his style. He's an upright guy. He's not up and down on his. I know he's got weight bearing on his knees, but he's up and down. He's not a guy who's going to shoot in and grab a leg. I've watched his film during training. He seems to be 100%. I saw him playing soccer. I saw him doing, you know, I think he's fine. I think people are blowing his weight up because they think right away knee, and they don't think about, well, what part of the knee? It's almost like if
of course.
You say hand, and you're like, all right, well, what did he break in his hand? Did he break his pinky or did he break his thumb? Like, what's going to hinder him more with a punch? You know, so I think Tybura can win this fight. If he weathers the storm for 2 rounds, I think after the second round, this fight's his to win because he does have the grappling advantage. He does have a much better gas tank. He's been in these situations with guys like Romanov.
Yep,
where Romanov was putting it on him, and then all of a sudden he came back and he took him down and owned him on the ground.
I was actually surprised.
Yeah,
at that.
if Tuivasa gets taken to the ground, this fight's over, dude.
Yeah,
he's not getting up. You know what I mean? So I just think that before he gets in on him, Tuivasa's got that hand speed. He's got that power. He's got that crack that he's going to be able to, you know, put it on him and win. So I'm going to say Tuivasa by
early knockout.
I'll say first round knockout.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll say first round.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, and
but I probably wouldn't wager on it. I probably wouldn't put a wager.
No,
on it.
I like it
because if he gets that, well, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could hedge out on a live bet if it goes to the second. Like if you see it going,
it's almost even money.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are going to wager this, I would wait until see how your night's going. If you're up some units and stuff like that, and you want to throw a unit on it, fine. But I mean, it's the heavyweights. You don't want to screw with the heavyweights.
Yeah, I know.
But
anyway, I will.
We had Brent Dexter. $10,000.
Well, he won the $10,000 qualifier, and now he's in the finals.
He's in the finals
for
now
for $250,000, right? And then we had another guy hit, and then the group for $13,000.
Oh, we had a lot of guys hit this week.
Yeah, we had a great week. DFS wagering everything
all over the board.
And we got the Fight Club coming up. We're only
10 days out.
We're only 10 days
out. Or 12 days.
12 days out. Yeah, Wednesday, 9 days.
9 days. We got 2 tickets left.
And I'm sure you guys have seen it. FightCLB.com. We're going to be at the Apex Center. We got a great group of guys. We got somebody filming the entire experience. We're going to have dinner with Randy Couture in a private room at Javier's in the Aria. Pre-fight party with the Mad Lab, breaking down the fights, putting the wagers.
I'm gonna wear what John Cena wore at the Oscars. I'm gonna come walking out.
What did he wear?
Nothing.
I didn't see it.
Did you see that?
No.
He came out with this little dude. Did you see what they said about that? They arrested Andrew Tate an hour after his podcast.
Why? For what?
Because he came out and he said, "I'm just letting you guys know what John Cena did. He did this for the gay payers, the gay masters. He called them the gay masters of Hollywood." And bro, an hour later, Romanian police came and they took him out.
Wait, hold on. Cena came out with nothing on?
He came out with this I don't know, this thing, because of this movie he's doing, apparently. He's like a OnlyFans guy in this movie.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that.
Stickner or something. So he came out completely naked with this like little brown thing in front of him.
Really?
Ass showing and everything.
Really?
So Tate was like, he went nuts on him. He's like, this is the state.
And they arrested him for saying that?
Well, no, because he was talking about like the gay masters in Hollywood. He started getting like deep into how the gay masters are paying him to do certain things and how he sold his soul to these people.
And that's why I saw something on YouTube. He just got arrested. I'm like, what did he do?
Yeah,
now?
and right after the podcast, bro, you see him getting arrested with the same clothes he had on in the podcast. Yeah.
That's great. So anyway, after the pre-fight party, we're going to go to the Apex Center. It's open bar food. We're going to see Uncle Dana and his friends. We got a great crew of guys. We're going to have a great time. Got 2 tickets left if you're interested. If not, we're going to sell them right back to the UFC.
Yeah.
Right? And then we're going to go. We got 13 guys. So come on board. Jump on. Come hang out with us. We'll have a great time in Vegas next weekend. And we'll be in there Thursday night, man. We're going to have a great weekend.
Watch Shogun, dude.
I'm going to watch
Guys,
Shogun.
I want you to watch one episode of Shogun and comment below and tell me if I'm nuts or if you like the show.
All right. See you next week.